educated, but I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Signed up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew how much I miss not knowing that we're all screwed when we play our roles and ignore the problems. I like to be away in my patience. Stay up, I feel so outdated. How can we look the other way? Sun is out, but the sky is gray. What would happen if I took a chance? It's always hard at first glance. I don't wanna, but I know I gotta do it. The truth is hard to swallow, I think I'll chew it.
What's up, folks? Yeah. Damn, man. I thought I fixed that. Let's see. Oh, what happened here? Okay. I don't know, man. I had this fixed, man, and apparently. Alright. Okay, we got this going. I don't know what happened. I thought I did it. Oh, I know what happened. You know, I restarted my live and shit on here. That's what. But anyway, what's up, folks? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, Uncle REG in the house. What's up? We gotta talk about it. Hey, P. Diddy, Daphne Joy leaked video. You know, some go off on BIBI, Netanyahu. MTR seemed like a passport brother. And some other stuff too. You know, whatever we can do. We play a few videos and stuff. So what's going on, folks? There ain't nobody in the house right now. Yeah. So I'm kind of a little early. You know, before 2:00 my time. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. Oh yeah, support the channel. Hit the Cash App. Appreciate it. The super chat. Well, I got super chat, so hit the super chat. You know, appreciate it. We don't have no goal up nothing like that now. Become a member. You know, got a lot of videos on members now, so you can go ahead and have something to look at. But I'm not finished yet. You know, so I'm gonna try to put some of my older videos on. I'm gonna add another tier, and I'm gonna put all my older videos on that, all the best videos I can over there, so you can have something to look at. Another day of my fight against SBE, I won't be deferred. What's it, Big J, Angry Ray? What's up, man? What's up? What's going on? Yeah, okay, alright, got him in the house. Long time. Support the channel. I got the Cash App going and the members, so you know, just go ahead and support and give me a sub and give me a like. I can use those. So, folks, let's get right into it. Finals is tomorrow. First game, Spurs, New York. We got to see who's gonna win. I don't want to bet nothing because you don't know what's going to happen, really. The first game is a throwaway game because you don't know how the team's going to come out and stuff. We know that New York had time to rest, you know, for at least a week or so, whereas Spurs is just maybe a couple of days. So that might, you know, you could say affect the Spurs, but then it might not. We don't know. So we have to see and stuff. So I don't know. We don't know how New York gonna come out, man. People saying that they gonna get swept. OKC is gonna sweep the Knicks. I don't know about all that and stuff. I don't know about all that. It might be the other way around. That's all I'm saying. It might be the other way around on that. So we got that going. So the next thing, apparently this fund that Trump started, we're trying to push out this weaponization fund for money, reparations for the insurrectionists and anybody else that was, you could say, got hurt by it, lost their job or whatever the case, got put in jail. Apparently that's dead on arrival. You know, nobody's going for that. Nobody's going to give taxpayer money to people who was trying to overthrow the government and shit, and people that was insisting. Those who trying to overthrow the government in Washington. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. This shit dead on arrival. You know, it's gone. You know, even the Republicans had to push back against that, and then that's a sign that Trump is not all powerful. You know, that wasn't gonna go. That wasn't gonna go. That's crazy. What? These people killed an officer, beat up a couple officers. Not only that, if they got to some of the officials, like Nancy Pelosi, she would have been dead. And what they was going to do then? Those folks wouldn't be survived. They would have been dead right now. How many you want to bet that Trump was going to try to cash in? Of course he was going to try to cash in on it. Of course he was going to try to cash in on it. They know he was trying to get some money, get some get out of jail money, get out of jail fund. Cause they gonna come after him, man. If he's still alive, something don't happen to him. I don't know, something might happen to him now because of this phone call you had with BIBI. You know, this wild phone call. It's you know, but we're gonna talk about that in a minute. You know, but yeah, but that was a slush fund, man. That's crazy, man. For your friends, that was inconvenience. I had to get pony thrown in jail, lose their job and stuff. That's crazy. Now I guarantee you, if that was a bunch of black people, would you think there would be a slush fund for them? Nope. They would have either shipped us back, try to hang us, put on a firing squad, and then fucking put you in jail. And make sure you stay poor. Come on now. If it was anybody else, man, it would have been crazy. If it was Mexicans, it would have been a different story. What happened to the black and blue from the MAGA folks? Back to the blue from the MAGA folks. I don't know. They gone. Everybody's leaving MAGA, man. MAGA is not where it's at anymore. But this slush fund was the straw that broke the camel's back, man. There's no way. You know, GOP had to say, oh hell no. Remember, they was trying to look for Pence. Mad because he voted the way he's supposed to vote. For the law, not for Trump. So he became an enemy. So that shit didn't work. That shit didn't work. My thundercat. There we go. Alright. So next thing I want to talk about, man, we got I want to play this video about Trump. Phone call to BIBI. Yeah, he had a phone call the other day. Went off on BIBI. Netanyahu. Because he continuously still attacking Lebanon, the Hezbollah that's over there, that they're backing, and he wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to be a ceasefire and stuff, and we want it, but they don't want it. So he went off on them, basically, saying, this phone call, what are you doing? We trying to help you. No one likes you. Everyone hate Israel. You're fucking crazy. But I'm gonna play the video so you can hear it for yourself. Let's see. Alright. So let's go ahead and play this.
President Trump reportedly fuming at his Israeli counterpart, Benjamin Netanyahu, yesterday after Israel escalated its attacks in Lebanon, prompting Iran to threaten to pull out of negotiations with the U.S.
According to Axios, Trump told Netanyahu, quote, "You're effing crazy. You'd be in prison if it weren't for me. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this." And at one point...
Damn, okay, let's read this. Okay, he says, okay, you fucking crazy. You be in prison. That's true. If it wasn't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. That's right. Second story, people called Trump was... Trump was at one point yelling at Netanyahu, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was saying, okay, let's go.
When reportedly yelled at the Israeli prime minister, "What the F are you doing?" According to Axios, after the dressing down, Israel's paused its plans to attack the Lebanese capital, Beirut. Trump changed his tone on Truth Social, writing after the call, "I had a conversation with Bibi Netanyahu today, asking him not to go into a major raid of Beirut, Lebanon. He turned his troops around. Thank you, Bibi." Yeah, this was interesting because I actually...
I don't know. So, this is what he said after the cold call. I don't know. Let's see how it holds. But let's
saw some people on the left complaining, or the anti-Israel people complaining, that this always happens. There's always a strategic leak to the media that the president is very furious with Israel in order to reassure Israel skeptical people on the right and left that, or in order to sate their anger.
So before you dismiss that, why is that not believable? So the president could also...
telling you what they said.
I know that the president could genuinely be upset. We know that he said the same thing about Iran, reportedly called them crazy.
So he don't think that the president is upset. This is all for show, but all right, okay. I mean, sooner or later, everybody got a tipping point. If he's trying to get out, because he know that he continued this war, Trump knows he continued this war, he's going to have trouble in this country. He's going to have trouble. And remember, just Wall Street, those folks can only hold back the price of oil, the real price of oil, back for so long before it explodes, because we're running out of reserves. 6 weeks. And in other countries got over about maybe 2 weeks, and maybe a week left of reserves. It's a race against time, man. For real though. But anyway, let's go.
He put that on Truth Social. You crazy MF. He put a bunch of words on Truth Social, cursing them out, telling them he's going to explode them, the whole country. But with Israel, who's our ally, there's a push and pull relationship, right? Part of it is that we are now in this war that a lot of people think is directly tied to that country wanting us to be in that war. And the other part is the president trying to save face. So intentionally leaking something like this, where you were very strident and effective in your communication and going off saying that you are equally as strong, you're not a pushover, that kind of lets you know that the president, to all his people that don't support this or want us to pull back our support or even this war, he's saying directly to them, well, I'm showing some restraint and telling Israel like this is, or they need to restrain themselves. I'm actually putting,
Sure, but I think the point is it's not enough or good enough.
Yeah, you said, okay, Big J, his Asian helmet said, okay, the evangelical religious right will be torn. Do they support Trump, God's chosen, or do they support Israel? I don't know, but I know that Trump, he support money, and money support him. And he knows that this is going to hurt him. If gas, like I said, we about this close We got about 6 weeks. Everybody else, maybe a week or 2 weeks before all hell break loose. For motherfuckers overseas be paying $200 a barrel for oil and shit. And fertilizer what the farmers need here will be zero. It'll be fucked up. Among other things, all goods and services gonna go up. The simple stuff that you don't think that matters, you will be like, wait a minute, I thought I was paying $3 for this. I'm paying $10 for this shit. What the fuck happened? It'd be like that shit. But anyway, let's continue.
For America First, who were skeptical from this war in Iran to begin with, I think that skepticism is being pretty much validated as we still don't have a deal. What is this situation with the deal?
But it's telling them your president is fighting. That's the whole point of this messaging, right? We're not being sidelined. I'm adamantly communicating my needs. It's not just the needs
it's saying don't turn on the president because behind closed doors he really does have your back when there's no change in policy. It's a Band-Aid. It's trying to convince people not to lose hope.
So that would be the reason why I think that it was leaked, because I think the president would like to convince people
we're not arguing.
not to. Yeah, the president would like to convince people not to lose hope. We're on the same page about why I'm saying you said Democrats and then you changed that to people who are anti-Israel. Well, across the board, people are saying there's a benefit to the president releasing this or having his team release this because he doesn't look soft on the stance of foreign policy.
Well, he was looking soft in the face of Israel. That's probably why he released that and stuff. Now, whether he's still going to do the bidding of Israel, I don't know. But like I said, everybody got a tipping point. What's up, Odinga? What's going on, man? What's going on? Let me get y'all applaud. He said Trump needs action and more removed from Israel. That's right, he do. He need to remove himself from Israel. For real, though. For real, though. Let's continue.
In regards to Israel,
but I guess what they're saying is that it's manufactured. It's not. He'll do that. Probably Netanyahu knows he's going to do that. That it's not meaningful, and it'll look like they've backed off doing something, but the same policy will continue.
So they're saying all this is just to get the American people to think that he's hard on Israel and Israel is not under the thumb. Okay, smoke screen. Okay, homeboy might be right here. He might be right. He might be right. But time will tell. Time will tell. But because, like I said, if he continue this way, things gonna go down. Things gonna be going down quick. Hold on real quick. So let's continue. Hope I don't be interrupted again. Let's go.
Continue to be in this chaos.
Beholden to Israel.
And I think that the president might be trying to send a message to Iran, more importantly, to say, don't leave the negotiations. I'm serious. I'm not just letting Israel do whatever it wants. We want to come to an end on our end. We're trying to come to a negotiation. We have this memorandum in place so that 60 days we're not going to attack each other. We're trying to work through that and then come to a conclusion on the nuclear capabilities of the country. Don't abandon this, because then I'm back at square one. And even though the U.S. is a superpower, it does not benefit us in any way to continually be at square one, so close to the midterms, which he doesn't care about, but while our economy is suffering.
I'd hope the Iranians would not want to go back to square one, because then bombings of their country could continue. But
the tough talk is happening across the board.
To avoid that possibility, which is deeply frustrating for this superpower that can wipe them off the map if we put our energies toward that outcome. We just don't want to do that because we're humanitarian.
Did you see their latest message saying that?
Come on, man. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what that fool talking about. Okay, we're a superpower. Yeah. He don't know what's going on. He don't know what's going on. Man. I don't believe he knows what's going on. He's been paid to say a certain thing. At least the sister here is trying to be even killed with the shit, but he's not. The other guy ain't, man. He's whatever. God damn.
Violating the ceasefire. Iran is speaking out
with
directly.
this Lebanon plan. And
right.
That's what made Trump so mad.
Exactly. So then, obviously,
they were right to be mad. Right, Trump was right to be mad.
Right. So the president's response shouldn't be, "Do you want to go back to square one? We're bombing you." It should be to try to have Israel be on the same page as the U.S.
Well, his response is being like, "Look, I've pulled Israel back. My rabid dog, I have leashed it. So take me seriously." That's what he's saying to Iran. But
come on now, man, really. So you can say Israel the rabid dog. Well, shit, he was already that from the beginning and shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. America gonna have to distance himself from Israel eventually. This is gonna happen, and that's when this shit is gonna hit the fan. Because motherfuckers, Israelis here, they ain't gonna like it. The scientists ain't gonna like it. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Anyway, let's continue.
I know from talking to America First, anti-Israel left and right people, they'll say that's not good enough. That's to get us to quiet down.
So he's saying he grouped in anti-Israel and what do you say? Anti-Israel and wait, let me pull that back.
People, they'll say that's not good enough. To America First, anti-Israel left and right people, they'll say.
So he's including all those people that disagree with Israel, the enemy, basically. Come on now, man. Really. You can't make this shit up. Anyway, let's go.
That's not good enough. That's to get us to quiet down and stop demanding that the foreign policy be less beholden to Israel. You're trying to make it look like you've done something to stop them, but probably they just did that so that you'd get mad at them and then, okay, we're not doing that. See, you're in control, even though we're at war with Iran because that's what they wanted. I'm saying that's from the American
right, and that's
what people think is really going on.
The goal is that the war ends, and the more that we convolute the conversation, add layers to what the negotiation looks like, and continue this back and forth, the more that we're not moving towards an ending, and that's frustrating to everybody who doesn't support the war.
Okay. Alright, let's get out of that. Get on back over here. The age of consent. Why I got the age of... Oh. There we go. Alright, we're on the right one. Oh, tripping. Alright, folks. Yeah, well, we had to talk about that, man. Yeah, but everybody was talking about how Trump went off on BIBI. And it felt refreshing, but like I said, it might not be real. It all might be a stage. It might be a stage. But anyway, so So the next thing I want to talk about is P. Diddy leaked sex tape, you know. Daphne Joy, which was P. Diddy ex-girlfriend, 50 Cent baby mama. Apparently she left 50 Cent for P. Diddy. That's the word on the street. That's what they're saying. And 50 Cent been mad ever since. Especially you find out how he had Daphne doing all this sex play stuff. This baby oil, this, getting banged out by the escorts. She wanted to do anything for him. 50 Cent couldn't do that shit. But the tape came out. Someone leaked the tape. Now Daphne Joy say that somebody tried to extort her, wouldn't pay the money, threatened to put the tape out. Apparently she couldn't come with the money, put the tape out. Now, but other people say that this P. Diddy has something to do with this to discredit her from jail. He had some of his people. Because remember, P. Diddy was recording and that guy was recording some of the escorts were recording these sex scenes. These freak offs. You dig? So P. Diddy might not be the only one that got a tape. There might be some more tapes out there. People just waiting for their chance to put it out. Get paid by TMC or whatever. Maybe Daphne Jones put it out and didn't tell nobody. Put it out in an alias. Had an alias name. She put it out herself. Motherfuckers do that. What's the spirit of justice? What's going on? Well, I'm going to talk about that. That's my last thing I'm talking about. MTR and the Passport Brothers. I think you guys got a new Passport Brother out here. You know, a big one too. He can help the movement. We got to talk about that. We got to talk. Some people mad. You can't be hating. Can't be hating. BGS is happy. Shit. Rejoicing. This is crazy, man. He said, I seen the tape by accident. Yeah, but this tape, man, it was like, I don't know. They saying that it's fake with P. Diddy. They saying that he has a 2-inch, a 3-inch, what, 3-inch? Jeez, how you have a 3-inch? This is 100% hard 3 inches? God damn. How is that possible? I'm just saying, you know, but they say he has a disease, has a mental condition, has a condition where, you know, he had born with a micro penis or something. That's crazy, man. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, all the money he got, he could have got surgery. I don't understand why. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that is true because with all the money P. Diddy, he could have got that surgery. He got a surgery and he got an enlargement surgery. You have to think about that. Apparently, no, but another woman ain't saying nothing about it. That's what I'm saying. Girls ain't saying nothing about it. Why change something that's not broken? I guess it's just little. I guess it's just, but it ain't broken or nothing. I don't know, but they said the guy in the back in the corner was P. Diddy, and he was wanking off. You could barely see. You just see his hand moving. That's it. God damn, they just went brutal on P. Diddy, this micro penis shit. For real though, dog. So a ding is saying that P. Diddy was almost born a woman. So you saying that there's a good chance that he came close to being a woman instead of a man. That's why he has a micro penis. Okay, that does make sense. You know, genetics can follow up like that. That's crazy, man. So that the penis should have been a clit instead of a penis. If it was, he would have been a woman, and then we wouldn't be here today talking about P. Diddy because he'd be a woman. He said 50 Cent is cooked. Now 50 Cent, all 50 Cent do is go in on his baby mama. But what is that gonna do? You lost your girl to some guy that you probably know that he was bigger than him, right? Maybe several inches. And he still got your woman. And still was able to please her. And she was doing anything for him. That's some wild shit, dog, man. That is some wild shit right there. That's crazy. That's what's crazy. I know that shit that had to do something to him. You saying that's why he's gay? Interesting. That's an interesting theory, O'Dinger. It might be some validity to that. For real, though. Damn. Almost became a woman, but it didn't go through. Jeez. I gotta do some research on that. I never thought about that, but I know shit like that does happen. Almost a woman, almost a man. It's crazy. But anyway, you know. But everybody's talking about the fact that, you know, he did. Now, I blame DJ Vlad for that because he the one brought that guy out and put it out on his platform that P. Diddy had a 3-inch member. That escort that he was interviewing said that shit. You know, he could have kept that to himself and we wouldn't be warned about this shit, but he wanted to do that to get more views, and I'm sure that, you know, Vlad was all for it, of course. Something with Vlad for that because if it wasn't for Vlad and that video went viral when he had that escort on there talking about that, you know, we wouldn't be knowing about this and shit like that. But now we gotta know about this nigga having a 3-inch. Ugh, man. Ugh. Jeez. But he was still getting it in with the best bras out there, with the 9s and the 10s. And none of them bras was talking bad on him. Even ones that hate him wasn't talking bad on him. Wanted to beat up Cassie, still was talking bad on him. That's how you gotta look at it. So you gotta look at the women mentality. The women that he was fucking with mentality. His own mother too. And they would seem like they was too close for comfort sometimes when they was kissing, hugging, all that. Oh no. saying they're all freaks. He said most women like freaks. Hey, I guess so. Sure, they're more freaky than men. Except for P. Diddy. Support the channel. We're trying to drink some of this beer. We're going to get into MTR newly ordained passport brother now. We're going to get into that in a minute. But anyway, man, it's interesting. Now, P. Diddy's in prison. Can't really do anything. I don't know, but he's just gonna have to sit on this. That's all to it until he get out and stuff. But I think someone was trying to extort someone, or P. Diddy must know that he's gonna end up having another trial. This time it's gonna be a state trial, and he don't want her testifying against him. So he put this video out now to discredit her. Say they won't pick her for a witness. But I don't think it's gonna work, anything like that. But anyway, but P. Diddy's in trouble, man. Even if you get out next year, 2028, he still gotta go state trial. And the civil suits and stuff. He's going to generate up some money real quick. P. Diddy. And I think he can do it. He's going to build up the hoopla before he get out. Months before not months, but maybe a month before he get out, he's going to build up that hoopla of him getting out. So the money is always going to be there, and I'm sure that people going to want to interview him. So he's just going to be he's going to make some money back. For real though. So this ain't over yet by a long shot. We just in a, you could say, in a calm place before the storm, you could say. So, next thing we gotta talk about is MTR. MTR, I won't play the video, but apparently MTR claiming that he's a passport brother. See the light. Not only that, BGS. Oh, love it, man. BGS is as happy as he can ever be, saying I was right, this and that, and third. You vindicated us, all us brothers over here in the black manosphere and stuff, about these sisters, about these martyred women. Ain't shit. Martyred woman ain't shit. And one thing that MTR is going to do is that he's going to make a distinction between those bad passport brothers and the good ones, like him and others and stuff, that BGS agreed with too. But anyway, we're going to play this video. Let's go ahead and play this video.
Yo, what up? I was getting ready to go out. Actually, let me put this microphone on. I was getting ready to go out into this beautiful, beautiful world and experience more of good old Thailand. But I decided to just put on the camera real quick because I wanted to have a quick conversation. There's a bunch of epiphanies that have been happening, and I feel kind of bad because I really haven't been in a position to share it because I'm just enjoying everything as much as I can down here. So,
see, he moved to Thailand. Apparently, he moved to Thailand. I know he's out. You don't know who he is? He's been around for a while, man. He almost got a million subscribers. You got 912 subscribers, so he's almost there to get that million. So this is big for the passport brothers. Him become a passport brother, This is what they needed, and BGS and all of them dudes. This is big for them. This is what they needed, you know. Hey, it is what it is. Now, question is this a grift or is this really actually authentic? That's what we want to know. But anyway, what it looks like it is. I mean, he go over there and he's actually like saying, "God damn! I mean, I should have left a long time ago and shit. Damn, man, these brothers are right." But anyway, let's go.
I'm trying to remember that when I come across different epiphanies, I got to be able to try to share it, okay? And I just came across another string or set of epiphanies, and it's not really a fully formed thought as of yet, so I'm gonna try to work it out as we talk to each other right now, okay? Let me start off by saying this. I now, at a fundamental level, understand the Passport Bros. Okay, let me repeat that. I, at a granular, fundamental level, understand a Passport Bro. Now,
you know, when he said that, BGS fell out his chair, man. He was. Oh, that nigga fell out his chair. Everybody fell out his chair over there. God damn. Woo. Not him, not MTR, Passport Brother. And maybe with the many views he got now might help the Passport Brother image, because it had been tainted bad by Floyd. Man, Floyd is the worst thing that can happen to him. And now I don't think they even saw this coming, man, that he would go ahead and, you know, become a Passport Brother and start bigging up the Passport Brother. Hold on real quick. All right, well, let me get on back up here. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. Oops, not there. Okay, there we go. All right, let's go.
when I say the terminology of Passport Bro, because of the branding of Passport Bro, it's kind of the same thing of the branding of Red Pill. People have taken different words of things and attributed their own life to it and their own kind of experience to it and their own, right, as immoral as what they do or as wrong as what they are. They can utilize these terminology. They can utilize these different terminologies in order to communicate a brand identity that as a listener you might gravitate to, but they really don't understand it or really give a F about it, or maybe are grifting in that direction. Nevertheless, I understand on a fundamental level the story of a passport bro. Now, some people hear that word and they think S-tourist. And that's not what I'm talking about at all whatsoever, okay?
So that's why, the brothers, over there, Black Manosphere, BGS, and Edward Anderson, they all saying, this is what we've been trying to convey, that we're not like that. We're not. BGS said in the video that he did, talking about MTR being a passport brother, he said that we're not about that. We're about being law-abiding citizens. We're not about all that what shit Floyd doing. Especially Floyd, Jay Rello, and a few others. Even Austin Holloman, but Austin Holloman kind of, backed out. Kind of had to disassociate himself from them, and now he's trying to get married. It seems like he's trying to get married now, or something like that. To some broad out there now. It looks like he got some broad with him he's real tight with now. So good for him, if that's the case. But let's continue.
What's behind that? Because that's the sensational part. That's the part that they'll try to shame you in. Oh, use a passport, bro. Like, ew, like you did. Oh, that's what you do. Oh, disgusting. All they do is I'm not even going to go there, and I'm even going to talk about that. I'm talking about the difference of life when you go somewhere else. The difference of life when you go outside of what is your normal. And I always talk about this on the channel in a sense of growth within yourself. You can never be the person that you are destined to be if you stay locked into the same block, society, hood, city, province. You can't. You can't. Because
now the big question is is he doing it because of him having trouble with women here in the States, or he's doing it generally because he wanted to expand himself? Self-improvement. Meet different women. Why the women over here is this way? Why things over here this way? The culture. Just getting out of the rat race of America. We want to know if this is a grift or not. But right now, it seems like he's seen the light. But let's go.
There's no way that you can gain the different experiences that will help you understand the reason that this world turns, right? Or help you understand the reason that you've been placed on to this planet, or even your purpose, or the expectation of your purpose, or how to get fulfillment out of that. You have to see life in the world from varied perspectives, okay? Now the new one that I have to add up on there, maybe I've said it before in the past, is international travel. You have to get outside and see this. It's different. The branding and the marketing of the United States of America, shit, most of these places in the West, it's bullshit. I'm telling you this flat out, right? I'm 4 weeks into this trip. The honeymoon phase has subsided, and in fact, I think that's why
So he's been out there for a whole month then. Okay, he's loving it, of course. He probably loved that currency rate too. And how the women treat him, overall. Because I'm telling you, when the brothers in the past during, one who started Al Grease and stuff, when them brothers going over there, they said that the women treat them entirely different than the women over here. They get the back rubs and that. They care about them. They loose semen. They care about them. They treat men with ultimate respect, whereas here you get no respect. Nothing at all. That dude was basically crying back in the day. This is when I was looking at this shit back in the day, back in 2008. 9. Dude was coming back saying I was crying, man. I never been treated like that before, man. I mean, have food ready, that, drink. Actually concerned, catered to the man. And the guys never had that done to them here, except for the hood ass niggas, the gangsters, the Pookies and Ray Rays had that, not regular guys, and that's the problem. Why they get respect to them, but don't get respect to everybody else. You give respect to the 3% of men, but don't give respect to the other 97%, which is insane. He said, "You have dollars, okay. You have dollars. You have perceived respect." That's what you call it, I guess. Well, yeah, the money did it. Yeah, them having the money they had, it's a different thing. So is this a fallacy? Is this without the money you just get respected like shit? But he had money here. He wasn't broke. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't broke. Hold on real quick. All right, let's go. Let's see what you're saying. He's not saying everywhere. The internet's fucked. Everybody else, everybody's traveling. No, I don't think it's because of the money per se. Because women disrespect you here. You got money. Maybe they don't care. Use you and stuff like that. No, I don't. I think it's might be a little bit different. I don't know. That's a discussion we can have too. But anyway, let's go.
Able to do a little bit more content because I'm now like in the introspection phase. I'm now in the consideration phase. I'm now in, I'm really trying to extract and extrapolate the lessons that I'm learning out here, and I'll try to disseminate to you guys as much as possible. And I know that the term of passport bro again has bad branding. So let it be a channel of my size in the way that I can articulate this.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying what overseas is somewhat perceived as must trump among those average guys over there. Okay, I see what you're saying. Especially if you got some money here, like you already middle class, or you could say low rich, $1 million to $5 million, and you go over there, you wildin'. He probably has that. I'm sure he has that. And it's just like they say, oh shit. But anyway, let's continue.
Be sort of the gold standard, and I say sort of because, again, I'm not fully formed in this thought as of yet, but let me say this. From a dating perspective, right, the issues in the States, for men, there's a lot of different issues, but one of the biggest issues is that there's a genotype that will get the most amount of success in the dating game, okay? Oftentimes on the channel, you might describe it as the sixes, 6 foot tall, 6-pack abs, 6-inch hello, all right? There's like a genotype, okay? 6 figures a year. There's a genotype also within that, and this is probably a little bit more specific to black culture. They want corporate Tupac, all right? They want loud and strong.
Is there such thing as a corporate Tupac? They don't sure don't want him. I'm telling you that. You know, they look at him as a lame. You know, he got money or something like that. They still look at him as a lame. Too boring. You know, talk too much. For a man, he be talking too much. You got to explain everything. We don't like that shit, man. Come on. You playing too much, nigga. Stop that. That's one thing you can do. Talk less. Let's get to the point. Shit, that's it. But anyway, let's go.
Yet quiet and reserved at the same goddamn time. They want at a moment's notice that you got to defend their armor. You got to be the rough, tough, bad guy. All right. At a moment's notice, you got to be the Super Saiyan dick slinger. All right. You got to put that thing up on the table. You know, which, you know, from my experience, it's not too bad of expectations. But, you know, that corporate Tupac shit it blows my fucking mind. But as a man who is charismatic, you understand that there's a certain game that you have to play in respect. Like, how many of the dudes that are successful in the dating game but like low key are addicted to video games, right? But they don't let that component of their realness or their personality come out, right? How many dudes that you know what I'm saying, will have like odd little, like they like anime or something like that, right? Like things that are not considered normalized within like what is considered cool. They'll call you a goofy, a lame, corny, like all of these different things that, you know.
Well, I always had a problem with that, you know, because you like comic books or you like this. You some lame, goofy motherfucker and shit. And you like playing rock and this, that. You like jazz. You know, something's wrong with you and stuff. You got to listen to rap music. You got to be listen to everything hood, do everything hood. That's some bullshit. That's a loser. Y'all brothers got to stand up and start claiming that I don't want to be like you. You know, we're just more important than you. Fuck you. No, we got purpose. Matter of fact, you know, we the one that helped build the internet that you own right now. Goddamn. Motherfucking Dusty Pookie Ray Ray motherfucker. Wait, let's continue.
No, it's a very narrow-minded pathway that's just.
You always concerned about this nigga ball, one balls. I know that it's kind of hard for a man to have one ball and stuff. You know, but hey, there's a woman over there that ain't worrying about that shit. but that's one ball, you know. So, hey, that's cold. Let's go.
Formed in bullshit. And it's not an indictment wholly on the mindset of the modern woman, because a lot of men self-select into that mindset as well. But I think like a lot of the men are just seeing what works with the women, and they utilize that as data, and they incorporate components of that into their game. When you're over in a place that doesn't have these different norms, or like these established
Yeah, he had cancer. I guess he had to take one out because had cancer down there, apparently. So I guess one of them had to be removed or something like that. Yeah, unfortunate shit, man. That's some unfortunate shit right there, man. Anyway, let's continue.
Like normal things and expectations when you're in a place where it's
that's what I'm saying. You talk too much. You said it in public. You shouldn't. Let him say it. He talked too much. He talked too much. You need to. I'll tell him. I say, man, don't tell too much about yourself, especially the women and shit. You know, let them find out, just like you had to find out about them. Shit, cause you had to actually find out. Oh, I didn't know that you was this. God damn, I would have never got with you. If I knew you was on this type of time, fuck that. Yeah, he can still get a kid. He can still get a kid. I mean, one ball. I ain't trying to look it up. Google it. Oh, fuck it. You know, you want to, y'all look it up and tell me. Yeah, I ain't trying to look it up. Let's continue.
Completely different. And you're not held to the standards or the comparisons of those around you. And also, there's not like this underlying money conversation, okay? On the channel, I'll let you guys know this. I probably said this in a live stream or two before, but when I do content and I find a topic that is about dating, relationships, all right, men, women, whatever, but then also it is a money topic, right? Like, you know, going off the Cheesecake Factory and she don't want to bang with the Cheesecake Factory. It's too beneath her, okay? You know, she's going out with her homegirls, invites her guy that she's dating, and she expects the guy to pay for the table. Those topics get some of the highest views, and I understand why. Because this money thing in a capitalistic society, it's so important, right? And especially with women within this biological underpinning of hypergamy, right?
Yeah, but it's important over there too. The money, it hasn't changed. It's just that you on the top. See, over there, you wasn't at the top. You was in the medium. And even if you got $1 million, you still might be somewhat low medium. Here in the States. But over there, you at the top. It's different. That's why I ain't sweating you like that over there.
They're looking to date up, and they more than likely want a man that's already finished the race as opposed to running the race with you. Ladies, I don't get mad at that. And in fact, as a producer throughout my life, I understand that and I take advantage of it. But nevertheless, being in a place where it just goes away, it's not even a consideration, it's not even a thing, right? It's freeing. It's freeing. It's freeing. I just did a story on my Instagram at real MTR, you know, and I talked through this dichotomy, right, of responses that I've received from women, like, you know, in the Atlanta area. Just
exactly. Over there, you guys go over there, you on the top. Even if you have, you know, a few dollars in your pocket here, a couple $1,000, you still somewhat on the top. And they know you come over there, you gonna spend. That's another thing too. You generous. You tricking. Doing heavy tricking. But you don't see it as tricking because you at the top. Just like the guys here as millionaires, 100 million, they don't see it as tricking because they at the top. Oh, you come 100? Oh yeah, 100. Okay, let's go, baby. That's one thing I like about Corey Holcomb. Corey would say, "Hey man, I pay for them. I know these women need some money out here. They broke. I'ma give it to them and stuff. You just do what I say." That's what some of these guys don't understand. Over there, you at the top, they gonna treat you different. But if you at the bottom over there, oh hell no, you gonna be taken like dog shit. Probably worse than those women over here in the States treat you. If you're at the bottom over there. Now I don't know DJ Cooter's situation with his money and stuff, but I know that maybe he's not getting the love like he was getting when he first come over there, because now he might be struggling. I don't know. I think he should have came back a long time ago. Just come back, get shit straightened out, whatever, get some money. I think he shouldn't have left when he left, because he don't get no Social Security and shit like that. When you at least have Social Security. You don't go do this shit. Have these Social Security come to you. Or some retirement and shit. I don't think he got none of that shit. That's just crazy. It's backwards to me. And I don't know if he's doing anything with the music and shit. Don't look like he is. So he went to a place where he's not poor, but he's not rich either. Go figure on that goddamn shit, man. But anyway, let's continue.
Trying to meet a young lady and just trying to be nice, and then she comes off and fires something over to you like, "Oh, you gonna pay for my drink? Oh, you can't afford it? Like you broke or something?" That's what men receive. Like that's what I receive. Versus out here, women are not asking how much that you make. Right? There's still an expectation of, hey, he's the man, he's gonna get, and that's fine. But when you're doing it in a place where it's literally 80 to 90% less money than what you're used to, I gave an example within that story, and I said, if I get chicken fried rice in Atlanta, it's $22, $23. If I go get chicken fried rice with tax.
Okay, chicken fried rice in Atlanta is $22. Here is only, what, 11, 12? It's 12. They overcharging you in Atlanta, nigga. I'm getting shrimp fried rice. That's like 11 something now. I think it's 11 something. I didn't get it in a while. Let's see. Hold on. We can want to. Oh, not that. Oops. Let me go to here first. Okay. I'll go back to this in a minute. Let me look this up first. Okay, I forgot that I was still on here. Let me look this up first. Chicken fried. Okay, hold on. Because I'll be ordering it. And I know the place I always go to order. That's not it, nigga. Oh, you got a special on Grubhub. It said no delivery or special. What the hell is this? Come on, man. Don't mess me up. I got to see what the chicken fried rice is. Because these niggas said $22. Where that nigga going? Damn. Okay. Okay, now let me see how much it is. Okay, chicken fried rice. Hold on, folks. I gotta do this. We taking a detour real quick. We did a little detour. You said chicken fried rice. He said that's $11 here. Shrimp fried rice there, $11.75. Now, we order it from here. If I go straight to the place, I'm paying that. But if I go order it, then it'd probably be about almost $18, $20. Okay, but I just want to make sure. Okay, now let's get on back over here. What the hell we was doing? All right. Let's see what Ordinga said. Okay, the more they advertise traveling, the less value passport brothers are going to have. He will eventually need to impress the women overseas. It's just as much. Yeah, exactly. So
if I go get chicken fried rice over here, it's like $2-3 on the expensive end. Like what? The conversation is fundamentally different. It's fundamentally different. Now it's, well, shit, I don't need to cook no more because I can just go get takeout for $2 every time that I go get a meal. Shit, I ain't gonna go grocery shopping no more. What about this cleaning thing? Shit, I don't even need to fucking clean no more because I can get a maid in here for 10.
Yeah, see, he can do it. He got the money. See, the thing with him is that he has the money. So his money stretched long. It's not like J Rello and stuff like that. They niggas just burn out because, you know, they got what? They only got $1,000, maybe $2,000 in the bank account, and that's it. You know, they live in the city to city, check to check. But when they can ball out. But see, the problem is that with get their money, they can ball out. The MTR got money coming, and he's not going to sit there. And I hope he's not stupid enough to give up your U.S. citizenship. You don't do that. Keep making your money on here. You got money stacked up. You got shit going. You can live like king down there. He's telling you the truth. Let's go.
$10 a pop? What?
For service.
And the thing is that because this is, you know, it's not a third world country, it's more like a developing country. So there's some infrastructure things here that, you know, are lacking. But to me, it doesn't supersede the bullshit that I see in the States, right? The dealing with this anger that exists within the States. And a lot of the anger, again, is attributed to money. It's attributed towards money. And it makes sense because what your purpose is, or at least whatever you do in order to make money, is going to take up a lot of your day. 8 to 10 hours a day, maybe even longer if you have a long commute. It takes up a significant component of your day, and you're focused in this thing that you have to do to run on this hamster wheel to make money. You're judged by how much money that you make, okay? You are, your worth or your value is determined by your assets or your bank account. And it's like an odd thing, but I just think that it's it's the product of a capitalistic society, one of which, you know, keeping up with the Joneses or even greed is kind of normalized. It's kind of baked within it. But when you get to a place where there's been poor people here that have been generous to me. Let me repeat that. Poor people, right? Their rents, $200, $300 per month. They're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, but they're still generous.
Finding the right plumber shouldn't mean endless scrolling.
I wish my rent was $200 a month. Fuck. Nigga, get the fuck out of here with that. You know when time rent was $200 a month? That was like 60s, maybe. Early 70s, you get about $250, $270 rent like that. You get an apartment for $250 a month. That's back in the 70s. The early 70s. And they start going up after that, but the early 70s, I'm like between before 75. But definitely about the 60s and the 50s and stuff, rent was like $200 a month or cheaper. For real though. Talking about decades, man. Shit, almost before I was born. Jeez. And I'm 60, of course. I can tell you the progression of how rent go up. And I'm in California. It's astronomical. This is insanity.
Think about that.
That's another topic we need to get into. Cost of living, cost of rent and shit. It's going to keep going up. They gonna price everybody out after a while. They said, I don't know what motherfucker gonna do. Shit, you know, maybe we could get a tiny house, buy a tiny house, or maybe we have to go in with everybody buy a big house with everybody, and you know, split the rent down like that. What you got to do something, man, because rent is insane, man. At least out here, you know. But I'm sure that if I think what's coming down, everything is gonna drop back down. Cause we got war coming, man. We got winter coming, heavy winter, and that's gonna affect everybody now. But he just might be right on that. Winter's coming, and these women, you know, they're not gonna be able to maintain, and all that shit with 7 shit is gonna go right out the door. It's gonna go right out the door. Does that mean that all y'all women gonna be going after what? The 1% of men? Actually, legitimately, the 1% of men, or lower. So you have hundreds of millions of women, 100,000 of women fighting over one rich guy. He can't take all y'all. So what these other women gonna do? He only can handle maybe 2, 3. That's about it. The most. But anyway, let's go. We're gonna save that conversation for later. Let's go.
Now, it's not to say that the people are not trying to sell you things and there's not no products. Like everywhere you go on this planet is going to be, you know, advertisements and billboards and shit like that. It's always going to be that, okay? But what I'm trying to get out here is that they establish happiness just so different. It's just so different. And when you remove the layer of money, you can get down to like this fundamental.
That's the only thing I have to disagree with. You haven't removed the layer of money. Is that he don't understand that he's on the top over there, not at the bottom, not at the middle. He's at the top. He haven't removed the layer of money. But anyway, that's another conversation.
Who are you? What do you think? There's not a thought of using, from my experience and what I've seen. There's not this like selfishness, right? And I in the States, I get it. Shit, I have to be selfish. I have to be selfish with my time in order to create this right here. Over the past 10 years, I've had to be selfish as shit in order to do what I have to do in order to substantiate this, to create this, to retain this, to grow this. I've had to be.
Now I understand what he's saying. This stuff is money driven here. You have to act a certain way, but over there, that's not the premise of life. Over there, to walk all over everybody, use everybody, shit like that, this and that, third. They treat people with respect, stuff like that, this and that, third. So I understand what he's saying. But let's continue.
Selfish. With my money, my time, my energy, I have to be selfish. Because to create this is difficult. And it takes time, it takes energy, it takes consistency. So I'm even a victim of it. I'm even a victim of it. But when I'm out here, that pressure, that, you know, I've said this before, that climbing Mount Everest without a peak or a summit, I don't feel it no more. So now I wake up in the morning and it's not, I gotta, you know, X, Y, Z, it's a meeting at such and such, I got, you know, do this, do that. Now it's just like, I just have life. I just have a life to live. You know, one of which that has very easy access to a beach. Hello.
So is he making a good point that, you know, he's not being on a hustle and bustle here in the States, always on the grind? You don't live. You really don't live life. You don't see the little things in life. You don't really get to enjoy your money. That's one thing about Kevin Samuels. He died. He didn't even enjoy his money, man. Sit back and, man, I got all this. I'm hanging out, man. He can't say that I was hanging out. He never enjoyed none of that shit. Man. He boom, died before he ever can do that shit. Maybe not having as much stress as he did first time in his life. He never, that's what money, you know, a lot of money gives you. Not that much stress. Well, it'd be other stress, but not as far as not having no money. Yeah, I think he's in his 30s. Let me see. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, what I'm doing? I'm typing in and I can't type this shit in. Let me get off of here. I forget. Okay, let me get over here. Okay, now let me type this in. I had a hard time trying to spell this nigga name. You know me and spelling. Okay. Okay.
It's like 300 feet that way. It's absolutely insane. Yo, the other day, I was doing kickboxing. Muay Thai, which is kickboxing. Muay Thai kickboxing at this gym that I signed up for, because I'm down here not trying to be a tourist. I really haven't done tourist stuff. I'm like down here just living. So I signed up for a gym and everything. And I was doing kickboxing, and the window looks out towards the beach, and the sun, I'll try to get some footage of it, I'll try to get some footage for you guys. The sunset was coming down, so the sky was turning like orangey pink as I'm doing this new activity of Muay Thai kickboxing, sweating profusely, tired. He's making me do all these damn kicks. I haven't kicked shit since I was like 12 years old, all right? And I'm watching the sunset over the beach as the sky turns like this fuchsia color.
He's 40 years old.
In paradise.
Okay.
Right up on the beach, you can go eat for $5 and be full for the entire night.
You've seen the movies, and now it's time to live them out with the roller coaster.
Hold on, folks. Let me get back over here. No, he's 40 years old. That's about the right time the brothers start traveling like that. In the 40s, you know. There's always these brothers that, you know, they made money. And
Walking by the
they get over there.
businesses.
It's not the younger brothers. The younger brothers, very few, like Austin Holloman or DJ Kuda. You know, they going over there. They don't value it. They more looking at the sex tourist shit. In girls. That's why all their content is about getting women. You know, they're young. They're under 30, under 40, you know. But once they get about 40, you know, you want to live good. You want to live in the high, nice and hanging out and doing what you need to do your hobby and stuff, and hang out and get a good woman. That's it. You ain't trying to do all that. Or at least some 40 years old. Some motherfuckers still trying to live it like they're 18 and shit. That's why I used to talk when I was my early 30s. Yeah, he's just, yeah, you know what? That's a good point you made. You know, he just now, he still got some stuff he still got to grow up, man. He still got to grow up. Like I said, some guys just stay in the same rut. Mentally, you know. Haven't really matured or anything like that, you know. It is what it is. But anyway, let's continue. Oops, well, I'm over here. Okay, let me get him back over here.
Right, the shops, and I got people, women are just, hey, come in. Come in. I sit in, and of course, I still got my American, you know, from the States, New York hat on. I'm like, this is a setup. All right, what they want from me. All right, how they gonna use me. All right, what are they trying to pull out of me? And it's just good conversation. Never with an expectation of anything from you. They just see you, a face, it looks different, and they're curious, and they smile. And they're nice. Passport bros, I understand y'all.
Uh-oh.
I understand. There's been so many movements that have happened in my couple of weeks being here. Because like I said, I have no agenda. I just walk outside and shit'll happen. Shit'll happen. Now, I will say this. If you are disgusting, sloppy, fat, overweight, you don't work on yourself, you don't clean yourself.
Now, there's a lot of guys like that that's over there. I want to let you know that.
You're a bad hygiene. You don't take care of yourself. If you that type of dude, and you think that you could take an international trip, and they're gonna be hawking you down, it's I mean, can you win out here being a disgusting fat loser? I mean, it depends on your definition of win. But I think that, you know, and I know that, you know, I got some genetic things that are working, in my favor. I'm 6'2". You know, the chicks look at me and they go, 40? Like, that's how they say it. They be like, how old are you? 40? What? Let me see ID. Let me see ID. 40? Like, I know I got some genetic things, you know what I'm saying? I still work out, all right? So your boy got, is the cousin of a Greek guy, all right? Still at 40 years old,
okay.
All right? Broad shoulders, you understand what I'm saying? My mama at least thinks that I'm handsome, all right? So I'm walking on these streets, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm a fruit roll-up, you heard? I'm a fruit snack, all right? I'm something that, you know what I'm saying? I'm rare, and I'll tell you what, as a man.
So I guess that he's the prize over there. That's what he's saying. Okay.
It feels good to be overly respected and appreciated. I always say this.
You said overly respected.
Channel, go where you are.
You don't get no respect. Hey, you don't get no respect in the States, man. You know, them bitches. You come over here and tear your ass apart, man. Oh, they don't respect you in being a man. They question that shit over here. Woo! Anyway, let's go.
Go where you are loved. Don't fight to be loved. Don't fight for an expectation and be hit with liability or limited result. This trip has changed my life. Now, and I will say that, when I'm coming on this trip, there's a bunch of things that I'm healing from. Actually, my theme at this portion of my trip is forgiveness.
So he had some pain going, maybe because of Melly Marco's situation that his dad, I guess died and mom died, and he had cancer and stuff. So all that took a toll on him. So it's just like a retreat for him and stuff. And he's just boom, he saw the light, man, boom. But that's how a lot of brothers that's from the States, overseas and stuff, because of tragedy. Here in the States, tragedy. Greek tragedy. Let's go.
It came to me. I need to forgive. I need to forgive God for taking away my father. I need to forgive. I need to forgive prior relationships in my life for just being liars.
See?
Just making shit up. I have to forgive. I have to let go, because I can't continue to step through and walk through without. I can't do it without letting go of the resentment of the.
Yeah. Of course, they're brutal, man. They're brutal over here, man. Like I said, he's here. He's classified as a goofy. He's 6'2", whatever. That 6-pack he got or whatever. He's still goofy over here. Like I told the dude, talk too much. Men ain't supposed to be talking 24/7. I'm just saying. He care too much by himself to these goddamn broads, man. Fuck that. Anyway, listen to you.
The resentment, the bitterness, anger, all things that as I'm busy in the States, I just ignore. But now that I've sat down and I've had an opportunity to really think and really appreciate and really understand where I'm at and really heal from the things that have been plaguing me, that I've just pushed it to the side, and the opportunity to be able to do it in paradise. Passport bros, I understand y'all. Now I'm like, damn, where else I need to go, baby? Like Brazil, do I need to go hit a damn Brazil or Colombia? Do I need to go to shit? I need the other places in the south of Vietnam. Da Nang, where you at? All right. In Thailand, there's a lot of.
So he's there just temporarily. So he's gonna go to other places. So what? Go to Brazil, Colombia. I want to see if he can go to Africa. I don't know. We have to see.
Burmese people. It's like Burmese, Myanmar. Apparently, it's like I don't know if war-torn, I'm not a historian and shit, like I'm not a geopolitical, whatever, right? Something happened over there and it's like war-torn, and you see a lot of them that are up here in Thailand. And when I see, I can tell immediately because their faces are different. They look like more Mexican to me. Well, they don't look Mexican, they look like Thai people and Mexican people had a baby. A little bit more rounder faces, like more bigger cheekbones and stuff like that. And there's been a couple of them that I've had
What's up, Brian Elliott? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Let's go.
Conversations with. And one of the things that I said to them is we don't know in the West how good that we got it. We don't understand. Again, it's all about perspective. Imagine growing up in a place where you do not have an option for a job. Imagine growing up in a place and you know at a certain age you have to move to another country for work. Now, it's not to say everything in the West, everything in the States is perfect. But it is to say that many people complain about something and they never experience anything else. They've never experienced worse. It's the experiences that will continue to help shape, shift, and fortify who you are. It's the growth and the learning throughout that.
So Brian Ellie, will you be with this dude right here? Be with this dude right here, MTR? Give him a chance. He left America. He's a passport brother now. Would you give him a chance? I think he got a little money. Yeah, you see me got some money. Interesting. Let's go.
Help you gain an appreciation for this wacky green and blue ball circling around a star in the sky of limitless reach.
That's what I thought. And then they get too goofy, man. And he talk too much. I would tell him first, hey man, stop talking. You talk too much. You give everything before you just shit. They know whole life story in about 3 minutes and shit. Just stop talking to me. Don't talk too much. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, I kind of figured you.
It will help you understand more. Passport Bros, I understand y'all. This has been an incredible learning, an incredible life lesson. I appreciate you guys for those that are still here with me right now, that are listening to some of my thoughts. I decided to just get this all out real quick and just freestyle. My appreciation for life has vastly grown. My knowledge and understanding of what exists outside of what I was experiencing, and my sense of purpose and fulfillment.
He probably talking motherfucker that talk himself out of some pussy and shit. Talk too much. Talk himself right out of some goddamn pussy and shit. Anyway, let's go.
And that has grown. I mean, shit, I'm like, I might need to take a month trip, a few times per year. You understand? I might have to figure out a new way to be able to do this, so I'm not climbing that burnout cycle, and listen, I push it out to y'all. What's your plan? My plan now, in thinking through accumulation of wealth as much as what I can within the West. And then if I want to leave and retire somewhere else, you put things, you situate investment accounts in a way, all right? You handle your taxes in a way so that you can do that.
So he got some money, but he's not going to retire. He's going to retire somewhere abroad, I'm sure. He got his stuff together financially, seemed like. So he's going to try to find a place where he trying to settle down or whatever and shit like that. I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. But anyway, let's continue. We're almost finished.
Are you planning to live, or are you not planning for your inevitable fail? You have to be able to take life by the horns and command forward. But I appreciate you guys. Shout out again to the Passport Bros.
There you go. Oh, BGS is happy. He's a passport brother now, man. Yeah, BGS is happy. Them guys in Black Manosphere, they happy as a motherfucker now. They got a big one that's down with them now. The MTR. He almost got 1 million subs. He probably get a 1 million subs now since he down with Passport Brothers. That's why I say, is this a grift or something? Or is he just trying to do this to get views? I don't know. But time will tell. Time will tell. Let's go.
Trip. It's still not done. I actually just extended it. I just extended it. The only reason I'm going back early is I have a family member that wants me to be in a wedding. And I'm going to go back for that. You know what I'm saying? Because family is priority number 1. All right. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you for listening. Guys, write me some comments down below. Did this trigger something in your mind? Maybe I'll look down in the comments and, we'll have another discussion about all of this. But did this trigger something in your mind? Did this elucidate something that maybe you were thinking through but didn't really have the answers to? Because even I know, as much advice and insight that I give, there's many things that I don't have the answers to. And I'm so proud of myself for coming out into a place that ripped the foundation of comfortability from beneath me. And as I get comfortable with being uncomfortable, I'm learning more. All right, guys. I appreciate you. I love.
All right, that's it for that. Let me get out of here. All right, folks. Yeah, I had to play that because people was talking about it. Several people did videos about MTR, Thailand going, but he's temporary. He's not actually gonna live there. I'm sure he's doing a tour thing now, so he'll probably go to Brazil. I don't know what's gonna happen when he go to Brazil. I don't know what will happen when we get to Colombia. It's because there's only a few countries you can go to where, he could go to Africa. I don't know if he's going to go to Africa. So it don't look like he's an African type of guy, But Brazil, Colombia, yeah. Venezuela, if there ain't no beef there, but, he might end up staying. He might go to one of the African countries or something like that. Country that Officer Holloman went to, probably want to go to one of those or something like that. But I don't know. He's light, so they might accept him a little bit different over in Africa. I'm just saying. But I don't know. We have to see. He's a Passport Brother now, so I'm sure they'll be just going to attach their wagon to his, as long as he, hold up his end. But anyway, that's it for me. I'm out of here. Thank you for coming through, people. Thank you for coming through. Give me a like, give me a sub. I could use it. You want to support the channel. I got the Cash App still here. And I have a Super Chat. I'm monetizing. Become a member. Give me my first member on here, man. But anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.